Hey guys, so I hope all of you are doing great. Today I'm going to talk about my experience of applying for student visa without spending money on any lawyer or agent. I filed my application on my own, so I'll be sharing all the information, all the step-by-step guide of how I filed my application without the help of any lawyer or any agent. So let's get started. So I would like to discuss what all documents are required to apply for the student visa non-SDS application. So first of all, in order to apply for the student visa, you should have a university acceptance letter. I used both my conditional and unconditional letters for applying. I uploaded both the letters from my university. Then, in financial documents, you need to show enough sufficient funds. For showing the funds, you need to upload the fee receipt of your university. If you have deposited your fee, then you have to upload the fee receipt. Then you have to give the account statements. Okay, so as I did not take GIC because I filed through non-SDS category, I was not going through SDS. So I did not take GIC, so I uploaded my account statements along with the stamping from the bank. I went to the bank and I got it stamped, all my account statements, all my FD statements, so that it should look as if it is a legal proof. So for that, I got all my documents from the bank, and then I also uploaded my salary receipts. I was also working at that time when I filed my application, so I uploaded all my salary receipts of past 3 months, and I also uploaded the ITR for the last 3 years, so that there will be a confidence that will be uh, so that the visa officer will have some confidence in me that okay, this person is financially independent. So in your case, you can show you can show the account statements of your parents or whoever is supporting your application. You can show their account statements, you can show their salary receipts, you can show their ITR. Then you also need to upload the passport scanned copy. Then you need to get your digital photograph clicked. There are some specifications, some dimensions being mentioned on the uh, website. On IRCC website, you need to follow those dimensions and you have to get your digital photo clicked from a professional photographer. And then there was an option, few documents were optional documents in which I uploaded my letter of explanation, which was meant for the visa officer, in which I gave the reasons why I want to come to Canada to pursue my higher studies. What all reasons are there that I chose Canada as a country for coming down for higher education, and I also mentioned the reasons why I am attached to my home country and why I'll be coming back after completing my uh, education over there. So these are some of the documents which I uploaded, and there were also some application forms that needs to be filled. Okay, so these are some of the application forms that one has to fill. For example, we have IMM 1294. This is the main application form that one has to fill, in which you have to give all your information about your education details, about which DLI or which university you are applying to, and what is your student ID. All those information you need to give in this particular application form. Or how much funds you'll be carrying, how much funds you have in your account, what is your fees. All these details you'll be filling in this application form. Then the second application form which I filled was family information form, which contained details about my parents, um, about my brother and sisters. So all those information were present in the family information form. Then the third form was temporary resident visa form, IMM 5257. So this form was given in optional forms to be uploaded, but since I was not sure that I need to upload it or not. It has just basic information like whether you have done any criminal activity or not. It just has true false kind of questions. So I scanned this document, I uploaded this document as well. I filled it and I uploaded this document as well. So these were all the forms that I filled on the IRCC website, and then I uploaded these documents. Then next comes this is the link. I'll give the link in the description box as well. where you can go and you can create your account. For you have this option register, so you can click on register option, you can create an account. Okay, and next time when you have created your account, it is similar to creating other accounts on other websites. It is similar to that only. You just need to give some security questions. You have to have your username. You have to get your password. So all those things are similar to creating an account on any other website. Then next time when you will be entering into this website, you have to use GC key sign in process. You have to sign in with your credentials that were being used, that you generated with your user ID and password. Okay, and then you need to give some information like what is your purpose of filling the application, study, and then how much long your visit will be. So all these details you need to fill in. So these are minimal details which you have to fill in, which will tell whether you are eligible to apply for study visa or not. And then these are some of the forms which I uploaded, which I discussed in the previous slides, that I uploaded the application IMM 1294. I filled this form and I uploaded that form. Then I uploaded a scanned copy of my passport. Letter of acceptance from the university was being uploaded. Proof of financial means, proof of means of financial support. So I uploaded this particular document also, stating all the financial support documents like my bank statements, my ITR, my pay slips, all those things I uploaded in this particular tab. Then the next thing was digital photo, which I got clicked from a professional photographer. Specifications were given in which specification the photo needs to be clicked. So we followed that specification and we got the photo clicked, and I uploaded the photo in digital photo. Then the next thing was family information form. So in that we gave details about our family members. So it is similar what I told earlier. And then both these information. So this in optional document, this option is there, client information. Under client information, I uploaded LOE, letter of explanation for visa officer, and I gave all the reasons like why I want to come down to Canada. And even if you have missed something in this particular application, so in that case, you can upload that document as well. Okay, so if you can observe one thing while filing this application, it nowhere asks my IELTS score. Okay, and neither did it ask me to upload my last highest degree or transcripts or semester mark sheets. So I did not upload it while filing my application, but once my biometric was done, once I got the call for biometric, then I was being asked to submit those documents. I was asked to submit my IELTS scorecard. Then again a query came in where I was asked to submit my degree and mark sheet. So to be on the safe side, you can upload it in client information as well. Since the option is not given over here where to upload it, so I did not upload it. But eventually they asked for it, and I provided all those details to visa officer. Okay, so I eventually I have uploaded all these documents, IELTS and degree and mark sheets for my highest degree. Okay, so once you have uploaded all these documents, once you are ready with all these documents, your application is ready, then the next step would be to pay the fees, to make the payment of the fees using credit card or any other card, and then your application will be complete, and then your application will start. Then they will start reviewing your application. So fees wise, total fees which you have to pay is $235 Canadian dollars. Okay, which included study permit fees, that was 150 Canadian dollar fees, and biometric fees, which was $85. So these were the fees that I paid on the website, and then finally my application was filed. Then for the next steps, I have created other videos. For example, I have created a detailed video on biometric. How did I got called for biometric? How did we went for biometric? So you can check out that video. I'll leave the link in the description box. And yeah, that's it. So that was my experience of filing the study permit application. It was a smooth experience. I just need to collect all the relevant documents. I have to fill all the application forms, and I need to have a card for making the payment of the fees. And once that is done, then we'll get a call for biometric, medical, and then finally the decision will be made on our application. It was a smooth process. I believe everyone can do it on their own. We don't need an agent or a lawyer and we don't have to pay them extra or hefty amount of money. Better we can do it on our own and save a lot of money. So I would recommend everyone that this process is really easy. They should look into this process, they should understand it. I have explained it in my slides, what all documents are required, what was my experience, and they can go ahead and file the application on their own. So all the best to everyone who is filing their application, and in case of any doubts, please leave it in the comment section. I'll try to solve as many doubts as possible. Thank you for watching.